It was devastating. We all knew that Gene was ill, but not critically ill. And he died very unexpectedly. Oddly enough, he was at a doctor's appointment with his wife. And I believe he finished the, the appointment and got back into the elevator and just collapsed and died. And I got a call from Majel, and I went down to the set and I pulled Patrick aside. Patrick was not only the captain, his character was the captain, but he also was sort of the unofficial leader of the cast, and they all looked up to him and respected him. And I told Patrick, and then we sort of gathered the cast and crew around, and everybody was pretty shocked. I know Gene, uh, unlike myself, and now in retrospect, I wish I had done it. Gene got in his golf cart virtually every day and went down to the set to visit, and everybody was extremely fond of him. And he was the father of this whole thing, and it was very upsetting to everybody.
Were you intimidated to try to have to be the leader of this franchise in his absence?
I don't believe I was intimidated because Gene had stepped back uh, really close to 2 years earlier. After the first season, he stepped back. After the second season, he pretty much was out of the picture. He just was sort of in he was ill, and he was very interested in correspondence. He had a lot of wonderful people around the world that he corresponded with, but he wasn't really involved with the day-to-day work on the shows. I don't think anybody wanted to do anything other than continue on with his vision of the show. It was his show. He had created it, and I certainly thought it was essential to keep that vision going. And we all did our best. I know one thing that I often said is that Gene set some very stringent rules, and we did bend them a lot, but we tried never to break them, and we continued with that. And even when we created, when Gene died, uh, both Michael Piller and I were involved in creating uh, and writing the Deep Space Nine, and we never really got a chance to talk to him about it because he was quite ill at that point. Uh, but um, even with Deep Space Nine and later with Voyager and Enterprise, I felt that it was important, as long as something had the Star Trek name on it, that it stayed true to Gene's belief of what Star Trek was all about. Sometimes that got me into trouble with the writers too.